And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. That's a very interesting passage to me, because the word distress means pressed from all sides. He said there's going to come a generation that will be pressed from all sides, and then the word perplexed means, in its Greek derivation, it means no way out. He said you'll find a generation that'll be pressed and no way out. All the problems that we're facing today with race problems in South Africa, poverty, our children are fed on a daily diet of violence unparalleled in our history. The diet can numb the sense of shock and render acceptable those things which we should reject. The crisis of modern civilization is the decline of human personality and human responsibility. The mass man has lost his personal traits. He shifts the responsibility for his behavior upon an impersonal society. And this society, in turn, seems to be ruled by the computer, by bureaucracy, by fashion, by organization, by the mass media. As a result of our contemporary society has little room for human individuality and human personality. But the Bible teaches that man was made in the image of God. And that's why Jesus Christ came and died on the cross and shed his blood, so that we could be forgiven and we could be reconciled to God. There's coming a day and a moment when we're going to have to face that inevitable moment when we stand face to face with eternity. And how are you going to feel at that moment? That's a big question. And to this great crisis, Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth on me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. I'm an optimist because I've read the last page of the Bible. Christ is going to come. The kingdom is going to come. When he prayed that prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, that prayer has never been answered, but it's going to be answered. I challenge you to go public with your own faith. Make certain that your Christian profession has integrity. Don't fake it. People know when you're faking it. Don't pretend to have something you don't have. And then live a life of integrity, which is demonstrated by your commitment to righteousness, justice, and truth. Martin Luther King once said, "Oh, American Christians, I must say to you that standing up for the righteousness and the truth of Jesus Christ and for the truth of God is the greatest thing in the world. This is the end of life. The end of life is not to be happy. The end of life is not to achieve pleasure and avoid pain. The end of life is to do the will of God, come what may." All of us have to admit here that technology, materialism, all the gods of materialism have failed. Let's turn to the true and the living God, and let's put it into practice in our states as we go back. In the words of Mother Teresa, let's do something beautiful for God.